Okay, welcome everybody. Welcome to David's Kitchen. We've got quite an ensemble of things we're going to show you today. Let me move everything around so you can get it on the screen. Yeah, we're going to have BrocoSalmonLoaf today, trying something different. First thing with the salmon loaf, you want to get started. We're going to start with Pink Pride pink salmon. I got for $2.49 a can. I bought 7 of these cans. I bought this for 99 cents. It's made with cauliflower. It's the newest thing, cauliflower rice. Pretty cool. Isn't that nice? This dinner is going to call for an onion. I have an organic onion here. It's going to have an organic celery. Some yellow peppers. And it will call for a yellow squash and zucchini, one of each. And a broccoli floret, which is perfect for that incredibly healthy diet that everyone needs to be on right now. Okay, so this is my kitchen, by the way. Move the water, I'm nourishing here. Yeah, I'm cooking up some of that organic coffee in the background in the other room. The stuff that Ben and Nemesis gave me. 2 pounds of this incredible organic coffee. Yeah, so I'm kind of working on that. And we're going to start with the pans back here. Let's get this pan going on a level 3. It's kind of an intense meal. I took on a lot. I'm really challenging myself here. This rice calls for 6 cups, which is really weird, you know? 6 cups. It's like, wow. 1 cup is that much. It's like, okay. 1. I'm going to run out of water here. It's good I've got my backup. Oh, well, I better do my backup. I have to go down and get reverse osmosis backup. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Great. All right, so roughly a half a container. Wow, that's huge. Okay, we need to get that going on the back burner over here. Put that on level high. I'll put it at level 6. Now, salmon loaf is going to require some bread, so we're going to get the toaster going right away. We've got some organic toast I'm going to put in there. Yeah, let me put this behind here. There we go. Survey said. Okay, welcome, Bad Barf. How are you? You sound like you've had a pretty rough night. Lost your appetite there, buddy? Yeah, you don't mind if I go run off and get a cup of coffee, do you? It's begging for me to fill it up. Hang on. I'll be right back. Hang on. All right, now I use homogenized milk in my coffee. Yeah, I get these big, huge homogenized ones. As long as it doesn't have the PBST in it, you know, that steroid that cows use. I get PBST free. I go for homogenized because it's good creamer. It's in between, you know, it's not like half and half, which is pretty saturated, but yeah, homogenized. You know, I was surprised. I was drinking low-fat milk for a long time. You're doing your H&R block? Oh, okay. We're watching the toast here in the toaster. I used to, yeah, I used to drink low-fat milk, and I found out that, you know, in the old days, they used to call it skim milk because they created it with a centrifuge. And it would skim off. The thinnest milk would be at the farthest. Anyway, they changed it and they started using a chemical to pull the oils out of the milk. And I was like, whoa, really? I found that out from a guy who's who's very close to the family here. He told me about it. It helps, you know, I really actually prefer it. I used to think I was saving my fat, saturated fat, you know. Okay, so something like that is not really done enough. Let's crisp it up another round. I'll pop it out. I'm not going to carbonize it, but I'm just going to pop it out. I don't do anything like that. I avoid lots of sugar because they say sugar is what really ages us and is bad for our body. Yeah, and if you're slipping sugar in through sideways, like, I like ice cream. Well, that's a lot of sugar. I like yogurt. That's a lot of sugar. I like sodas. That's a lot of sugar. But, you know, things like honey, and we haven't even touched this natural, local hived honey right here. It's starting to come down. Yeah, we bought this, and it just sits here. Yeah, we haven't touched it since we reached the halfway point on it, but honey will last 10,000 years. You know, I don't have any from 10,000 years ago because I ate it all. But yeah, it's really got one of the longest longevities of any. Hey, today I'm going to use some of this Columbus hickory smoked uncured turkey bacon for flavoring. Right. Okay, first order of business is pop the toast. Okay, we didn't overdo it, but we got nice and brown. Okay, we're going to open up the can of salmon, because I'll have to do it eventually. I might as well do it now. I prefer manual, but the thing about manual is you got to get a really good one. Manual's got to be a very good one. Sometimes they make them really cheap and they break apart. Okay, so that salmon's in the water from Alaska. Okay, what I'm going to do is take a little bit of this bacon right here and start the burner in the front at level 3. Meanwhile, the burner in the back is at level 3. Whoa, major deal. Sorry about the noise, guys. That was just a big pan. I know, I'll wash it off, sorry. But my floor is antiseptically clean. Jeez, another one. Okay, there you go. We'll calm down for the people who are listening with headphones because it's such an ASMR experience. We're going to cut some of this right off the top here. So take a nice healthy amount. And the trick is to cut it right through the top. Just kind of piercing the top, and then leave the bottom so it doesn't go through the bottom. So that way you can fold it over. We bought this on sale a long time ago at Costco. Okay, that's all you need right there. Pull that out. Fold it over. Make sure that the juices are not draining out of the unit. I'll put it on a plate. Yeah, this is very affordable, and you can spread this dish out, this turkey out, you know, as long as you want. I use it for flavoring. And this way you just roll it over like this, nice and tight. And what I'm going to use is a clip on that. I use a lot of these clips. They're very handy. I highly recommend them. Yeah, so you're good. Next time, put it right on top of the glass in the refrigerator. That way it'll stay nice and cold. From last night, it was funny. Oh, what was happening? I'm tracking the rate. Yeah. Okay, funny messages. Nice. At least people are having fun talking to each other. That's great. Now the bacon, what I'm going to do is just kind of like slice it nice and thin with a knife on a plate. Okay. All right. Whoopsie. Nice uncured turkey bacon, no nitrates. Yeah, I'm trying to pull nitrates out of my diet, and also nitrosamine and things like bad coffee and stuff. So that's why I'm going with the organic coffee. And I don't really have it. No, it's not like a big problem. All right, the next step is going to get the onion going. Okay. We'll split the onion between the two meals. One of them is going to be, the smaller part of the onion is going to be in the salmon loaf. I'm going to put that in there right now. And the salmon loaf we're going to mix in a my traditional salmon loaf mixing bowl from 1973, which is a collector's item for me. Yeah, so we'll put the onion in there when I dice it up. We'll do a nice tight dice. Very tight. Super tight. Yeah, you can make it nice because it has to cook quickly and disperse quickly throughout the dish. Okay, we're going to throw that right in the bowl. Make sure the bowl's clean. I always do a secondary cleaning on my bowls just to make sure they're nice and crispy clean. Yeah. Yeah. I don't cut with fingernails. No, I use a knife. What are you people, cavemen? Okay. And we're going to go grab those pieces of toast. And you know the method I make my breadcrumbs. Now, of course, if you're on a gluten-free diet, you may want to include all this stuff together. You could put the rice, the cauliflower rice in the salmon loaf. That's an idea. You know, so. Okay, and that all that goes right in the bowl. So. Just put that in the bowl. All right. Now that's salty brine water. Now you can use that if you want. You know, I might want to put it in my, it's like a salt source. Why don't I put it in my cauliflower rice? You know, why not? Yeah, just throw the rice, just throw it in there for flavoring. Why not? It's not going to hurt it. Okay, and then with the salmon, you do get a little bit of the bone in there. So you want to debone the salmon. So kind of pull it apart, and you'll see if you're lucky. Well, maybe not. Yeah, there's just one bone there. And if you leave the bone in there, some people grind that bone up and make a paste out of it. I don't know. It's like somebody was saying they do that with sardines. Like, yeah, I guess you could make a paste out of it if you're hungry. You know, why not? You put it on crackers. It has lots of calcium in it. Debone, debone. Okay. Now this dish calls for 2 eggs, so I picked up these dozen eggs for $1.29 a piece. So they're not organic, they're just, you know, garden variety eggs. Okay. Now I'm going to take I'm going to do a little bit more work with the onion. Cut the onion again, the big part of the onion. There we go. Yeah, that's a big onion. It's going to be oniony. Okay, we did the salmon loaf the other day, but I'm going to add broccoli this time to the mix. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting idea. I thought of it Yeah, I was like, well, why not? Whoa, really hot here. Okay. Yeah, the edge of this is not really ideal, so you want to get rid of that husk. You don't want to eat that. A little too much in the center. Okay, and just go for a basic slice. Nice and big. Okay. All right, next step is the olive oil or safflower oil, or in this case, yeah, this is safflower oil. So we're going to chop it up. Thank you. No, that onion's in good shape, man. Okay, we're going to spray the pans. Wow. That's wild. Okay. I'm going to throw the onions on both of them. Split the pans here. Wow. Okay, I'm going to take the zucchini, chop off the edges of them. Wow, smells good. Do a nice slice. Oh, actually, we're going to dice these. Perfect in the rice. Okay. Okay, I'm going to throw the salmon loaf on the back burner. So I'm going to need some of these onions for the front here. And I'm going to put all of these vegetables in the front here with the turkey. Okay. You don't want to throw that in there, though. Hey, get back here. Or that one either. Okay, now take a little bit of water. Splash it right on there. And cover it up. A little jiggle. You can turn this one back here. Just leave the onions right there. You can turn that to a simmer right now. That's just getting ready. Okay. I'm going to take the broccoli. And, hang on. You know, I had to call my local water company again and ask them to stop putting chlorine, massive amounts of chlorine in the water. I mean, this is the third time I've asked them. I'm serious. It's like, you know, I'm getting a little tired of it. Okay, take the broccoli florets like that and throw them in with the onions that I was cooking on the back burner. Break them up as much as you can. There you go. Okay. And put a little water on those too. Okay, then I'm going to take the stock and cook that as well. Yeah, and I'm also going to cook the celery because I don't like choppy celery in, you know, I like the roughage and I like the taste of celery, especially in a salmon loaf. Oh, we're getting a boil back here. That's good. Okay, great. I'm just using this center part. This is actually the most nutritious part of the broccoli, believe it or not, the stalk. So we're just going to do that with some celery for fiber, lots of fiber. And we're going to pre-cook that with the broccoli. Nice and minced. You can go kind of fine on this one. You don't want it too chunky. Okay. put that in with the broccoli. Okay, then take the temperature up take it up to level 6 now. So what I want to do is pre-cook this broccoli at a really high temperature. And I'm going to throw a little dill weed in there. Yeah, I've got some organic dill weed. I get it at Walmart. Incredible deal. I mean, you wouldn't believe they've got a great spice rack at Walmart. I'm going to throw that dill on top of that vegetable mix with broccoli. Because remember, that's going in with the salmon. I'm going to put some of it on the salmon now. Great. Okay, all I have to do now is some garlic and my peppers. Okay, I've got both dishes now are cranking at level 6. Yeah, both dishes are at level 6. And the water's boiling back here, so I'm going to start with the cauliflower rice. There we go. And then there was light. Yeah, quite surprised that this thing takes 6 cups of water. It's going to be interesting. It has that little cheese packet in it, so I'll be using that too. Okay, here we go. Looks like rice, cauliflower rice. Here we go, roaring boil back here. But I'm going to add a little bit of sea salt, just because I like to do that to my water. So I'm going to add some pink Himalayan sea salt. And we'll go ahead and put that rice right in there. Cauliflower rice. Woo, nice. Okay, we'll give it a nice stir with a wooden spatula. I find it almost impossible to believe that said 6 cups of rice, of water, but that's almost hard to believe. Okay, meanwhile everything's cooking nice and quick. The back burner is almost ready to move around. Kind of shuffle everything around, kind of you're pre-cooking, you're glazing the broccoli. And we're going to mix up the salmon loaf and basically put it back from here to here with eggs in it. And I'm going to get some nice peppers going right now for flavoring in that mix. And I can pre-cook those too. So you can take all the pepper, you know. These are coming out of Mexico for about $2.99 a package up here, which is amazing. You get about 10 of these things. You know, I really commend the Mexican gardeners and growers down there. They're really doing a good job. Yeah, I mean that sincerely. We wouldn't have the kind of produce we have without Mexico. And I've grown to respect Mexico for that reason, and many others too. Mexican government has also done a great job of intercepting drugs, believe it or not. There was a large shipment of fentanyl that they intercepted, 47,000 pounds of it. Like, you got to be kidding me. They saved people in the world when they did that. Came out of Shanghai. Mexican government intercepted it. The Navy. Okay, so that's going in there on that hot pan. Yes. Okay, we're almost there. Everything's cooking extra fast. Got a roaring boil over here. Let me get the stir. They said 10 minutes, so I was surprised on the rice. 10 to 12 minutes, so I'm going to see what happens. All right. Yeah, I heard avocados are run by the cartels. Yeah, I heard that they guard them with guns because it's a big money-making industry. People love avocados in America. No, these are all fresh vegetables. The squashes are not organic, but almost everything else is. Well, actually, broccoli is not organic, but broccoli is pretty low in any kind of a detectable pesticide residue. Broccoli is hard to grow, and it has some of the lowest registered glyphosate quantities on broccoli and cauliflower. So it's actually a pretty healthy meal. Gosh, I just can't get over its roaring boil. Okay. Now with the garlic, of course, you know the easy method of doing that. You just break them apart like this. And yeah, give them a crush with a knife like that. Yeah, it wouldn't be a good salmon loaf without garlic, so I'm going to take that garlic off, the husks come right off, pull those separate. Yeah, it's a very easy way of prepping garlic. There it is. Boom, boom, boom. I met a garlic farmer, an organic garlic farmer in Santa Cruz. He had about 20 acres of garlic. I was thinking of growing garlic. I was thinking of becoming a farmer at one point. I should do an impression of Biden. Come on, man. Come on, man. Hunter's the most brilliant man I know. Come on. Come on. Okay, we're there. Okay, the squash you can turn down to low. Everything can go down to, in fact, turn it all off. Turn it all off. You can turn the water off too. Yeah, that's got a roaring boil. That'll sit there in hot boiling water. Should be no problem. Okay, we need a strainer. All right. I'm going to do this. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, thanks, Mad Dog. Well, you know, it's, the guy Steve Bridges did a really good one. But at the same time, I was off in corny land when I did mine, so it was very corny. I thought I wanted it to be corny. Corny as Kansas. Okay, this is now going into, look at that, nice carbonized. I'm going to put all that garlic right in there on the peppers. Stir it all together. Put it right on top of that. There you go. The idea is to pack this with flavor. All right. Okay, then I'm going to take a pat of butter and put it at the bottom of this pan. Just let it melt. Okay, great. I'll just sit there on the plate or on the pan. All right. I still can't get over this rice. I'm still having a hard time figuring this out. Okay, now as that melts, yeah, I'm not really worried about any pans being on right now. I'm going to go in here and break an egg or two over this. Preferably no extra egg shells. You don't want egg shells like that in your meal. That would be bad. Now, if it doesn't seem gooey enough, you may want to put another egg in there. But take the eggs and bring them around and just start moving them in and around, pressing. Yeah, I am going to go for another egg. Yeah, I've got them. You know, cheap eggs. Why not? That's great. Yeah, it's nice to cook. You know, it's relaxing. I enjoy it. I think cooking is really kind of a safe place that you can do things, that you can complete things. And what I like about cooking is you have a sense of completion when you're done, you know, especially if people like the food. All right, see that cheese packet right here? Yeah, I'm gonna use that. I think I'll split it between the two dishes. I kind of like the idea of cheese in my salmon loaf. And you see those broccoli flowerets? They just break right up. Okay. Nice and homogeneously mixed. The breadcrumbs work right in. Give it a good thorough mix. If it's a little dry, you can take some of the juice from one of the meals. Throw it in there. Okay. All right. I'm going to take the cheese packet and cut off the top, and I'm just going to dust it a little bit right there. Okay. All right, then I'm going to take the cheese with the turkey, and I'm going to put the cheese on top of the vegetables. There you go. Yeah. All right, back to here, where I take and press it all down. I'm going to turn the flame on back here in the back burner on low, right here. Yeah, and then I'm going to take my fingers, make sure my hands are nice and washed. Just going to press down on that. Okay. Then take it over to the pan and just essentially shuffle it right in onto the pan. Okay. Like that. You feel a little sizzle going on. It's very, very mild. You're going to cook this on a low flame. You press it all together with your hands. Like that. Perfect. Nice and tight. You know, give it a nice tight pull. And then take a little water from one of the dishes. We'll take this dish right here and put it along the side, like that. Not along the top, but along the side. There you go. Okay. You're going to cover that salmon loaf up. You can almost dust it with Parmesan right now, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to pre-dust it with Parmesan. Yeah, it's going to be perfect. Now that's going to cook on the stove for about 20 minutes. Yeah. And you want to make sure it has enough hydration around the edges. But it'll start to, you know, the vegetables inside will actually cook moisture into the thing. So you've got enough moisture in there to cook it at level low. Okay. Now I'm going to take that entire pan here. We check the risotto is mushy. Wow. That's wild stuff, man. I've never seen anything like that. Okay. The cauliflower is done. I'm going to go ahead and drain it in the sink. Natural rice, CauliVegeRice. Look at that. I'm going to take this and pour it in here. And then give it a little mix, because remember that cheese is on there. I'll throw the cauliflower on top. Okay, and I'm going to thoroughly mix it with a spatula here. Nesting all the vegetables together, bringing out the color. Beautiful. So the peppers are in the salmon loaf with the broccoli. This is a meal unto itself, and it's just going to sit there in its own heat. But if you have any extra water, and you just pour that right on top. Whatever was in the container, and then let it sit there. And it will sit ready for your meal, and you can dust that with Parmesan too. All right, I think we're... What looks awful? You got to be kidding me. This is a vegan dish with a cheddar cheese flavor, man. Oh my God. Actually, it's not vegan, it's turkey. Turkey isn't vegan. It's a gluten-free mix that would give you'd be delighted to have such a meal. It would make you feel excited and special. And screw your freedom. All right. Hey, we're gonna go into the other room. I'm gonna put some stuff in the compost heap here. I got a lot of stuff to clean up. Yeah, I use Parmesan whenever you need it. Yeah, it's just, it's one of those things you can always add more. But everything's pretty much done. If you cook the one on the low flame in the back, that salmon loaf will be done in about 30 minutes. But keep the cover closed. Do not open that lid. If you keep checking on it, it won't cook. It's kind of a steam simmer, and it cooks right in there, and the egg gets nice and tightens everything up. Blends with the wheat. And again, if you're gluten intolerant, you can use that rice mix, that cauliflower rice, to make it, put it in the salmon loaf, as opposed to the wheat. Fantastic. Okay. Man, I am rolling today. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Now, don't be surprised if the rice flour, or the rice, kind of like puffs up a little bit. That'll happen over time with water in there. But cauliflower is one of those things. It's not unlikely going to grow much bigger than it is. Try to avoid putting rubber bands in the meal. Okay. Yeah, sharpen cleaver. Yeah, I'll do that next time around. Okay, we're 5 minutes out on the other show. I'm going to do a little cleanup here. I like a clean stove, so this glass top is working great. Okay. I hear you. All right. Yes. Right. So thanks for coming into David's Kitchen and hanging out. We'll be ready to go. The cleavers will not be joining me, no. We'll be starting Mayberry RFID as soon as we get chipped, and we'll be in the other room. See you later, guys. Take care. I have no audio clips ready for you, but this is it. This is the end, my only friend.